Kohlrabi is a truly wonderful vegetable. It's part of the cabbage family, but it looks quite unique, like a little green or purple spaceship landed in your garden. It's not the leaves or the root you eat, but the swollen bulbous stem that grows just above the soil. This stem is delightfully crisp and has a mild, slightly sweet flavor, a bit like a broccoli stem, but more delicate. It is wonderfully versatile in the kitchen. You can enjoy it raw in a salad for a satisfying crunch. Roast it until it becomes tender and sweet, or even mash it like a potato. It's also packed with vitamins and nutrients, making it a healthy addition to any meal. Growing your own means you get the freshest flavor possible. Now, you might think you need a large garden plot to grow such a thing, but I'm here to tell you that's simply not true. You can grow a perfectly happy Kohlrabi plant in a recycled plastic bottle. This is a brilliant solution for anyone with limited outdoor space. Whether you have a small balcony, a sunny windowsill, or just a little corner on a patio. It allows you to experience the joy of growing your own food. No matter how small your home, it's gardening on a scale that is manageable, affordable, and incredibly rewarding, bringing a touch of the green world right to your doorstep. It's a simple project for beginners and children too. This method of gardening is not just good for you, it is also a wonderful thing to do for our planet. We all have plastic bottles that end up in the recycling bin, or worse, in landfill. By transforming one into a planter, you are giving it a new purpose. This is the very heart of upcycling, taking something that would be discarded and turning it into something useful and productive. It reduces waste and teaches us to see the potential in everyday objects. It's a small, practical step towards a more sustainable way of living, and it connects us directly to the cycle of growing, reusing, and nurturing our environment. Getting started with your Kohlrabi bottle garden is remarkably simple and doesn't require a lot of fancy equipment. You will need just a few basic items, many of which you likely already have at home. First, find a large, clear plastic bottle. A 2-liter fizzy drink bottle is absolutely perfect for the job. You will also need a pair of sharp scissors or a craft knife for cutting the bottle safely. Grab some multi-purpose peat-free compost, as this will provide the nutrients your plant needs to thrive. And of course, you'll need your kohlrabi seeds or a small seedling. A small trowel or even an old spoon will help with the soil. And that's really all it takes to begin. The first step is to prepare your plastic bottle, and safety is the most important thing here. So if you're a young gardener, please ask a grown-up to help with this part. You will need to thoroughly wash the bottle inside and out with warm, soapy water to remove any sugary residues. Rinse it well and let it dry completely. Once it is clean, you will need to cut it in half. I find it's easiest to carefully make a small hole with the tip of your scissors about halfway up the bottle, and then cut all the way around. This will leave you with 2 pieces, a top funnel-like section and a bottom cup-like section. Now, we need to make sure your plant's roots don't get waterlogged, as that's a sure way to an unhappy kohlrabi. We must create drainage holes. Take the top half of the bottle, the part with the screw top, unscrew the cap, and using your scissors or a nail, carefully poke several small holes in it. This allows excess water to drain away freely. After making the holes, screw the cap back on. Then you will turn this top section upside down and nestle it into the bottom half of the bottle. You have just created a clever, self-contained planter with its very own drainage tray. It's a simple yet effective piece of garden engineering. If you want to make things even easier, you can turn this into a self-watering planter. It's a simple trick. Before you put the top section into the bottom one, get a piece of string or a strip of fabric about 15 centimeters long. A piece from an old cotton t-shirt works wonders. Feed this wick through one of the holes you made in the bottle cap, leaving half of it inside the funnel and the other half dangling below. When you place the top section into the bottom, this wick will hang down into the reservoir. It will draw water up from the bottom section into the soil as it dries out, keeping your plant perfectly watered. With your planter assembled, it's time to add the soil. Use a good quality, peat-free compost. It's better for the environment and full of the goodness your kohlrabi will need. Hold the top funnel section and gently fill it with the compost using your small trowel or an old spoon. Don't pack it down too tightly. You want the soil to remain light and airy so the roots can grow easily. Fill it to about 2 centimeters from the rim. This space at the top will prevent soil from spilling out when you water it. Your homemade planter is now ready and waiting for its new resident. It's a satisfying moment, seeing it all come together. Now for the exciting part, planting. If you are starting with seeds, the process is quite straightforward. Make a small indentation in the center of the compost, about 1 centimeter deep. I find the tip of a pencil, or just your finger, works perfectly for this. Place 2 or 3 kohlrabi seeds into this little hole. Planting a few seeds is a good insurance policy just in case one doesn't germinate. Once the seeds are in, gently cover them over with a fine layer of compost. Don't bury them too deep, as they need to find their way to the light. If you are using a pre-grown seedling, simply make a hole large enough for its root ball and settle it in gently. Once your seeds are sown, they need a little drink to get them started. Water the compost gently but thoroughly. Try to use a watering can with a fine rose or even a spray bottle to avoid dislodging the tiny seeds. The goal is to make the soil moist but not soaking wet. If you have set up the self-watering system, you can also add a little water to the reservoir at the bottom. This will help to keep the soil consistently damp from below, encouraging the roots to grow downwards. This initial watering is crucial, as it signals to the seeds that it is time to wake up and start growing. Your kohlrabi will need plenty of sunlight to grow into a healthy, bulbous stem. Find a spot for your bottle planter that receives at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. A south-facing windowsill, a sunny balcony, or a bright spot on the patio are all ideal locations. Plants use sunlight as food, and kohlrabi is no exception. Without enough light, it may become leggy, meaning it grows long, thin stems and small leaves, and it won't form that delicious swollen bulb you are waiting for. Giving it a prime, sunny position is one of the most important things you can do for your plant. As your seedlings begin to sprout, you will see a couple of small leaves push through the soil. If all the seeds you planted have germinated, you will need to choose the strongest one to keep. This can feel a bit ruthless, but it is essential. The bottle planter has enough space and nutrients for only one kohlrabi plant to thrive. Look for the seedling that appears the most robust and has the healthiest looking leaves. Then, using small scissors, snip the weaker seedlings off at the soil level. Don't pull them out, as this can disturb the roots of the one you want to keep. This process, known as thinning, ensures your chosen plant has all the resources it needs. Caring for your growing kohlrabi is a simple and enjoyable routine. The most important task is watering. Check the soil every day or two by touching the surface. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Add water to the top of the compost until you see it start to drip into the reservoir below. If you are using the self-watering wick system, you just need to keep the bottom reservoir topped up. This provides a consistent supply of moisture, which is key for a tender, non-woody kohlrabi bulb. Also, try to give your bottle a quarter turn every few days. This ensures all sides of the plant get equal sunlight, helping it to grow straight and strong. You may encounter a few common problems, but they are usually easy to fix. One common pest is the aphid, a tiny insect that clusters on the leaves. If you see them, you can often just wipe them off with a damp cloth or spray them with a simple solution of soapy water. Another issue is the bulb splitting. This is often caused by inconsistent watering, going from very dry to very wet. This is why the self-watering system is so useful, as it helps to maintain steady moisture levels. If your plant looks pale or isn't growing well, it might need a feed. A weekly dose of a balanced liquid seaweed fertilizer during the growing season will give it a welcome boost. The moment you have been waiting for is the harvest. Kohlrabi is ready to be picked when the swollen stem is between 5 and 8 centimeters in diameter, about the size of a tennis ball. Don't wait for it to get too big, as it can become tough and woody. Harvesting is easy. Simply hold the plant steady and use a sharp knife to cut the stem just above the soil line. The leaves are also edible, so don't discard them. They can be cooked just like kale or cabbage. Your homegrown kohlrabi will be incredibly fresh and full of flavor, far better than anything you can buy. Growing kohlrabi in a bottle is a truly rewarding experience. It proves that you don't need a sprawling garden to connect with your food and enjoy the magic of growing. This simple project is a gateway to urban gardening, turning a piece of household waste into a source of fresh, healthy produce. It's a wonderful activity for families, a fantastic learning opportunity for children, and a quiet, mindful task for anyone looking to bring a bit of green into their lives. The satisfaction of harvesting and eating something you have nurtured from a tiny seed in your own home is immense. It's a small victory, a delicious meal, and a step towards a more sustainable life.